Adaptation in plants. We cannot grow all plants in pots. Different plants grow in different habitats. These habitats are places such as deserts, mountains, plains, and water. Also, the plants of different habitats are different in their structure, shape, and size. Let us discuss about adaptations in plants in different habitats. Adaptation in plants. Like animals, plants are also different at different places. Desert plants are different from plants in plains. Plants in forest are different from plants that grow in water. Plants have adaptations to help them live and grow in their habitats. The special features or the changes that allow plants to live and survive in a particular area are called adaptations. Adaptation in plants are according to the habitat, protection, and reproduction. In this chapter, we will discuss the plants on the basis of their habitats. Plants are classified into terrestrial and aquatic on the basis of their habitats. Terrestrial plants. Plants that grow on land are called terrestrial plants. They are found in plains, mountains, deserts, marshy areas, forests, grasslands, and coastal areas. Plants in plains. In plains, the climate is neither too cold nor too hot. The plants that grow in this climate have lots of branches. Plants shed their leaves in winter. Mango, gulmohar, and banyan trees are examples of such plants. Plants in mountains or hilly areas. The climate is generally cold in mountains. There is snowfall in many areas. Fir, pine, and cedar are examples of trees that grow on mountains. The conical shape of the trees allows snow to slide off easily. The adaptations seen in trees are as follows. Trees are tall, straight, and cone-shaped. A few trees have needle-like leaves. Most trees are evergreen. Let's know more. Deciduous trees shed their leaves in winter to protect themselves from cold, and new leaves appear again in spring season. Evergreen trees do not shed their leaves at all and remain green throughout the year. Plants in deserts. Desert areas are hot, dry, and sandy. So, plants need to retain water and obtain water from deep inside the soil. Cactus, date palm, prickly pear, and opuntia are the plants grow in desert areas. The adaptations seen in plants are as follows. Most plants have spines instead of leaves. Spines prevent loss of water. Plants have green, fleshy stems that store water and have chlorophylls to make and store food. Roots of the plants are long and spread out. Plants in marshy areas. In marshy areas, the soil is clay and covered with water. Roots of the plants do not get air. So, the roots grow out of the soil and water into the air. These roots are called breathing roots. The trees having breathing roots are called mangroves. Plants in coastal areas. Coastal regions receive a lot of rainfall. Moreover, water is salty. Coconut, sugarcane, and rubber plants are seen in those regions. Following are some adaptations seen in those trees. Trees are long, strong, and straight to withstand winds. Fruits are big and have water in them. Hairy and scaly leaves are found. Plants in grasslands. These are the regions that do not receive sufficient rainfall. They are mostly covered with grasses and a few trees. These plants have extensive root system to prevent uprooting by grazing animals. Grasses have narrow leaves that prevent water loss. Plants in rainforests. Rainforests grow in hot and wet climates that receive heavy rainfall. Varieties of plants are found in a rainforest. Tall trees with thick crowns, short trees, and climbers grow in a rainforest are evergreen in nature. Aquatic plants. Plants that grow in water are called aquatic plants. Aquatic plants are of three types: floating plants, fixed plants, underwater plants. Floating plants. Some aquatic plants float freely in water. They are either spongy or lightweight so that they can float on water. Duckweed and water hyacinth are floating plants. Fixed plants. These plants are fixed to the bed of the pond with the help of their roots. They have thin, long, and hollow stems. Their leaves are broad, which float on the surface of water. The waxy coating is present on the surface of leaves, which prevents them from rotting. Lotus and water lily are fixed plants. Underwater plants. These plants grow under the surface of water. They have thin, narrow, and long leaves. They breathe through their body surface. They absorb carbon dioxide given out by aquatic animals and keep the pond clean. They give out oxygen, which is taken in by water animals. Tape grass and pondweed are underwater plants. Let's know more. Tape grass and duckweed plants are kept in aquariums. They clean water by removing carbon dioxide breathed out by aquatic animals like fish. Some other interesting plants. Insectivorous plants. Some plants in our surroundings capture and eat insects. They are called insectivorous or carnivorous plants. Such plants have some special features to capture insects. These plants have chlorophyll, and they are also able to make their food through photosynthesis. They get some of the nutrients from the insects. Examples of these plants are Venus flytrap, sundew, bladderwort, and pitcher plants. In the pitcher plant, the leaf is modified into a pitcher with a lid to capture insects. Non-green plants. These plants have no chlorophyll, so they are called achlorophyllous or non-photosynthetic plants. They depend on either living organisms, parasitic, or dead and decaying materials, saprophytic, to get their food. Cuscuta, dodder, Indian pipe, and coral root are examples of such plants. Cuscuta is a parasitic plant, whereas Indian pipe and coral root are saprophytic plants. Let's know more. Fungi were earlier considered as plants. Now they belong to a different kingdom, fungi. Mushroom and bread mold are examples of fungi. Fungi are both useful and harmful to us. Some fungi are parasitic and cause diseases, but most of them are saprophytic in nature.